About 8:15, our department received a call of a male disturbing down here at the Marathon. It was reported that he was opening alcohol, drinking in the store, and stealing candy bars. It was also reported that he had was wearing some unusual type weapons. The officers came down. 2 officers responded. They came down. They attempted to take the weapons or have him drop his weapon. He grabbed a billy club type weapon, and the officers commanded him several times to put it to the ground. At one point he did lay it on the ground. The officers walked up to him to secure him. At that point he reached for the billy club and lunged at the officers, and the officers fired several shots at him.
Did he die?
Yes.
He did.
Yes. Marymount. They transported him to Marymount Hospital, and they a few minutes ago I got word that he was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Do we know anything about him? I mean, other than like how long was he here? Was he fighting anyone, or other than the officers, like the workers here? Or?
I mean, I have not interviewed the workers here yet. I have not seen their statements. That's being done as we speak. Apparently they felt threatened enough to call us to have us respond. The gentleman is a 50-year-old male. He's got several addresses. We're trying to confirm now which of those addresses may be the most current, and then we'll go to that address and make notification of the family. At that point, we can release a name.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Not to second guess your officers or what they felt like they needed to do, but do you have tasers or?
We do not have tasers.
Well, tasers have been useful in this particular situation.
I'm not going to judge that at this point.
When you say several weapons, do you know what kind? Like the one worker said there were multiple weapons on him, like a knife and a club, and how many weapons did he have?
I don't know exactly how many he had. It's possible that they're not even all here. The billy club type weapon was what he grabbed and lunged at the officers with. And he had some other sort of weapon, a large pole type object strapped to his back.
No guns, though?
Not that I know of at this point.
Knives?
I'm not sure about knives.
Captain, to clarify, you said he was down on the ground and then he moved for billy club and lunged at the officer.
Yeah.
Was he on the ground when they fired on him?
I don't believe so, no. I believe he was on his knees. He got down as far as his knees when they commanded him to, and then at that point he rose back up and reached for the billy club and lunged at the officer.
Did both officers fire?
Yes.
And how many times do you believe he was hit?
I don't know that at this point.
Multiple or just one?
More than one.
Does he have a record? You guys were able to ascertain that yet?
I don't know that yet. Initially we didn't have an ID on him. We have ID'd him now. However, we're still in the process of running them through.
Do they have security video in there?
I'm not sure about that.
The officers involved in the shooting, I guess, a standard procedure.
They were taken to the station, and they'll be put on administrative leave for 3 days. And at some point, probably tomorrow, we will ask them to come back in, and we'll talk to them and get a full statement from the officers.
Any idea how long they've been on the force?
A guess at this point, I'll say 7 years and 4 years.
7 years and 4 years. Can you elaborate a little bit on the?
Okay, was the guy drinking and acting crazy? I mean, was he like not just opening stuff, drinking? Was he like making a mess in there, and making a ruckus? Or?
I'm not sure of that. I know he took a can of alcohol from the cooler and just drank it in the store. I do know that much.
How many police-involved shootings have you had this year?
This would be the first.
This is the first this year. And last year?
I don't believe we had any last year. I think it's been at least a couple years since we had one.
Is this guy a known person to you guys? Have you had experiences with him before?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Do you know if he has a record?
I don't know that he has, what his past record is. I have been told that he currently has some sort of warrant out with our department.
Is there any particular reason why, again, non-lethal uses of force were they considered, or was it impossible? Or
I mean, I can't comment on